Welcome to Guru Trader video for Thursday, April the 22nd, 2010. Here's the 5 market movers that we're looking at today. One new symbol, 4 follow-ups on the TSX Venture, following up on MRS, Medoro Resources Limited, 76 up 8. Also following up on IAE Ithaca Energy, 283 up 14. On the TSX, following up on WEF, Western Forest Products, 46.5 up 8.5. New symbol on the TSX, OEX Orleans Energy Limited, 303 up 39. And lastly, on the New York Stock Exchange, following up on QWest Communications International Inc., 538 up 14. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. First stock we're looking at today, MRS, Medoro Resources, 76 cents up 8 cents, almost a 12% move, showed up on the percentage movers. But here's the reason we're really focusing in on them today. Over 53 million shares traded. Now out of 413 million, so that's probably what, 11-12% of the outstanding shares. $314 million company. The previous 52-week high was 94 cents, which it did September the 4th. The low was 11 cents. Keep that in mind, which it did April 30th of last year. So here's the 1-year chart. So it had that run up. Now we mentioned Medoro before on January the 26th. So somewhere in this range. And we also mentioned them on March the 12th, probably somewhere in here, but both at 64 cents. So it's moved up a bit since then. A lot of that move was just in today alone. Now yesterday, let's see, no, April the 8th, I can't pronounce that right now, press release from the rightful owners of Frontino Gold Mines. I haven't looked into this, but it mentions this Frontino Gold Properties. And then on April the 8th it says here Colombian government supports Medoro's acquisition of Frontino. So obviously I don't know if there's a title issue or a claim issue or a licensing issue, but there's some issue over the property. You always have to be careful with these junior explorers and miners in these foreign countries, because governments change and all the rules can change, and rightful owners can pop out of nowhere once you've spent all millions of dollars developing the property. So I don't know if it's that type of situation. Seen it years ago with Crystalex. I believe they're still fighting over rights on their property, but those type of situations, as an example, you have to keep an eye on. But anyway, the volume is telling us something good may be happening or has happened. Maybe there's a release coming that we don't know about, but anyway, worth putting back on our radar to see if that follows through. Traded as high as 81 today. Let's see if it takes a run at that 94. Moving on, IAE Ithaca Energy, 283 up 14, 5% move, 1.5 million shares. Now those two alone didn't give us cause to put it on, mention it today, but we've mentioned Ithaca a few times, and we said we'd follow up every once in a while as it broke those 52-week highs. Well, it did today. It did a few days ago at 271 and broke it again today. Traded as high as 286. The low was 43 cents on May the 1st of last year. Has a nice looking, gradually sloping higher chart. I'd like to see the volume build a little bit better. I like the story. They raised back here on December the 1st. I don't know if they ever closed this, but they're mentioning UK North Sea, 20.5 million common shares, 245 a share, 50,225,000. Ithaca intends to use net proceeds of this offering to fund development of its Athena oil project, exploration on its UK exploration assets, and fund general working capital. I believe they have some existing significant production. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm not confusing that with another company. But anyway, let's look at the long-term chart. 2006, looks like it's been around since then. Traded as high as $4, sold off with the market in 2009, and has been building since. So let's see if that continues. We'll keep it on our radar, and we're moving on. Now this one here, WEF, Western Forest Products, 46.5 up another 8.5. It's a 22% move. Showed up again on the percentage movers, and also is showing up on the volume leaders. Now 128 million shares, $59 million company. The previous 52-week high was 39 cents, which it did yesterday, and that was up at that level. We mentioned this company yesterday at 38 cents, and the volume was around 5 million. Today it's up another 22%, and the volume's almost 4 times that at almost 21 million. Now keep in mind the low was 16 cents on November the 2nd, so we're just wondering if this was a turnaround situation. Substantial assets. They're a forest producer and properties in BC, and they announced on March 17th they'd entered in a letter of intent with the Capital Regional District. Now this is in regards to the sale of certain properties at the purchase price of $18.8 million located in the, Vancouver Island, 2,350 hectares. Now it says Western Forest Products is an integrated Canadian forest products company, the largest coastal British Columbia woodland operator and lumber producer. 7.4 million cubic meters of timber, 7.1 million cubic meters is from Crown lands, and lumber capacity in excess of 1.5 billion board feet. So, those are significant to look. Now, the longer term chart's a little not as exciting, you should say. This stock's been as, $6. Let's look at the 10-year. Yeah, the company's been around since 2004, so I don't know if it was a $6 IPO, if it was on another exchange first. This shows the stock was actually over $10 at one time and has done nothing but go down. So I'd look into their financial situation and see if that's the issue. But anyway, is this a turnaround situation is what we're kind of focusing on right now. And so let's see if that volume continues to build. Do your homework on that one. Maybe it's just going to move for a few days and then quiet down again, but looks good so far. We'll keep it on our radar. And new symbol OEX Orleans Energy, 303 up 39, almost a 15% move. Showed up on the percentage movers. Almost 8 million shares have traded, so showed up on the volume actives as well. And it's touching that 52-week high again of 315, which it did on January the 11th. So all three of those reasons are why we're mentioning it. The July 8th of last year was the low, which was $1.80. There's the 1-year chart. Not too exciting, but has shown some constructive build. And now they announced today, Orleans Energy announces Montney discoveries, so I'd look into those, find out what's going on there. Additional land capture at Waskahegan and continued Kaibob Montney success. I'm not sure what that means. There's also mention of their financial or announces filing of annual information, new banking arrangement, and financial results. So I'd look into all that. Just first time mentioning this one. And lastly, on the New York Stock Exchange again, QWest Communications, large company, $9.3 billion. 538 at 14, 310 million. That seems to be above average volume. But out of 1.7 billion shares, mind you. Now, we're just mentioning QWest, a well-known company. You probably know them better than I do, because we said every once in a while as they broke these 52-week highs, we'd mention them. So the last one was April the 8th at 550, right here. Now, keep in mind the low was 330 on September the 8th of last year, but it has had a very constructive at least 6-month chart. I don't have a 6-month on here, but let's see the 3-month. So let's see the 1 year. Okay, there's the 1 year, and there's the 3-month. So there's the one that we've been keeping an eye on. So we first mentioned QWest on March 19th, somewhere in here at around at $5.05. So it is building. So we're just following up on it for that reason. Okay, that's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely, and we'll talk with you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower priced stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.